What's going on, guys? Hunter Robinson here, back again with another episode of the Perfect Cast. Lately, I've been getting asked by a couple subscribers about doing a video of the rigs I'm using on my rods while I'm catfishing. Also, kind of my rod and reel setup for catfishing. So that's what this video is going to be. You know, here in central Pennsylvania, it's about that time to get back on the river for a bank fisherman like myself. It's about to be springtime. Water's going to start warming up, and I'm going to start getting after the catfish. So I've been restringing my rods, and I figured it couldn't be a better time to kind of tie up a rig and show you guys what I'm working with and kind of go over the stuff I use while I'm out bank fishing. So anyways, before we get into this, please smash that like button. Also, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Let's get after it. Aye! Alright, so first things first, we're going to show off my rod and reel combo here. For those of you who follow the channel, you guys know I'm a huge fan of the Whisker Seeker. This rod here is the Whisker Seeker Full Metal Jacket, Chad Ferguson series. It's a 7'6" one piece. I love this rod. Every single thing about it is great. Starting with the grip. Cork grip's very nice, great grip. Got the metal reel seating, which I love. You can really tighten this down. Love that. Also, I love these big, bulky eyes here. This rod glows very nice at nighttime, especially if you got a black light. Everything about these rods are great. Actually, I've had 4 or 5 buddies now who fish with me and fell in love with this rod after they seen it, and they went out and bought them. So I will have a link down below in the description for this rod. This is a spinning rod, and what I have it paired with here is the Okuma ABF 80B. That's the 8,000 bait runner. This is a big reel. This is a phenomenal reel though. For the price, you cannot beat it. I have 5 of these also. Every single rod I have is paired with this reel. Love it. Also put a lot of buddies onto this reel. For those of you who don't know what a bait runner is, this switch here, after you cast your rod out, your line out into the water with your bait on it and it's sitting out there, you flip this switch back. Then when a fish goes to take that bait, you're going to hear that drag peeling like that, right? This sounds nice too. What you want to do while that fish is taking drag, all you have to do then is slowly reel down or fast reel down depending on the takedown. And there you go. You're setting the hook right there. Keep tension, hook set. It's simple. It's a great setup for anybody who's looking to get into fishing. Check this stuff out. I will have a link for the reel down below also. One last thing I wanted to show you on this rod here, these glow sticks. These are from Whisker Seeker also. I know there's tons of these. I've had a lot of other brands. This Whisker Seeker brand is by far my favorite. They sell extra batteries and everything for these. They're great at nighttime. If you happen to not hear your drag going, you're going to see this as a fish is bobbing your rod all over the place. These things glow really good. If somebody's with you, if you don't see it, if somebody's with you, somebody's going to see it. So yeah, this is my rod and reel combo. Like I said, can't say it enough. These have never let me down. Everything about this setup is great. So now we're going to get into the rig that I use. Alright, so we got everything out here. Anyways, before we get into tying anything, I just want to say that the line that I love to use is this Berkley Big Game Mono 30-pound Blaze Orange. I will have a link below in the description for this also. This, in my opinion, is the best line out. Very strong line, and I love it. That is my main line. Again, 30-pound mono. Okay, so now we're going to tie up. My favorite rig to use that never seems to do me wrong is the Carolina rig. You've probably seen it before. Very common rig to use. I love it though, and I'm going to show you the way I rig mine up. So here we go. Got my main line here, right? And I run a sinker slide here. These are Whisker Seekers. There's different ways to rig these up. I just go right through this eye here, like that, and this eye there, like that. Okay, and then from there we are going to put on a rubber bumper stop. They came out with these. You can do beads also, but I like the rubber bumper stop better. And what this rubber bumper stop does is when you have a 3, 4, 5 ounce weight on your sinker slide here, this is going to protect your knot as the weight slides up and down on this and bangs against your knot. It's going to protect it. So they're really nice. Okay, and from there we're going to tie a swivel, which I have a size 1 swivel. These are pretty big swivels. They're from Whisker Seeker also. Again, I will have a link down in the description for all of this stuff, so if I forget to say it, just know it is down there. Okay, so we'll tie the swivel on here. For that, I just tie a regular knot. We'll come through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, pull that down, go through here, and then back up. All right, and then we'll gotta lube this up, so I'm gonna have to go away from the camera a minute. All right, and we pulled that down tight there. You can see, nice and tight against my swivel. Yes. Now, I do like to leave some tag line, so I cut it off about, I don't know, I'd say there's pretty good, right? So far we got the sinker slide, the bumper stop, and then swivel. Okay, now from there, we're going to go on to, we're going with a 50-pound leader line here. You can use whatever size you want. I like the 50-pound. I know a lot of people seem to run a smaller leader line than what their main line is, but I go bigger. It seems to work for me. Anyways, so we're going to get a hook out here. I got the triple threat combo pack. We'll run with the 10-aughts. Love these hooks. They do not miss. Great hooks. Okay, so what I like to tie these with is the Snail Knot. And for that, all you got to do, take your leader line, run it through the eye. You can see I'm still attached to the spool here. I did not cut anything yet. Run it through like that, right? Form a circle, diameter of your hook. So somewhere about that right there. And all you got to do is wrap through. 1, 2, I like to do like 6 to 8 times. 3, try and keep this tight up here so it stays nice together. 4, 5, 6, 7, and last one, 8. All right, I gotta lube this up. And then we just pull both of these nice and tight together, just like that. Okay. And then I like to take pliers, grab this tag end here, and really give it a good yank. Not really necessarily, I don't believe. I just like to do it. Let me wipe this off here. Kind of show you guys this knot. Oh yeah. And there's that beautiful snail knot. That's a strong knot. And then what you can do is take your, that's why it's good to keep that nice and tight. Just so you guys know, keep that nice and tight up there, and that brings that snail perfectly together. Okay, anyways, getting off track there. We're going to tie, I do like to tie a little security knot in there then, which is pretty easy, just a standard knot. And I just pull that down tight to the hook like that. Okay, and you can even rip on that if you want. Pull it tight, okay, and then just go ahead and clip that off about there. And that's what's called a security knot.
That way, if something would pull, it's got to pull through that too. But I can tell you, I've never had one of these pull. That knot is not going anywhere. All right, so now we have the snelled. Our main line's all tied up with our sinker slide, bumper stop, swivel. So now we'll pull some leader line out. I don't know, a good bit. We'll go right around there. You probably want somewhere between like a foot to 2 foot is what I like to go. That looks pretty good to me. Don't need a crazy amount. Right there. All right, and now we're just gonna tie this. Well, actually, I'm getting ahead of myself. You could tie that on right there, just like that. Simple hook, throw it out. What I like to do, I take these beads here. These are from Whisker Seeker also. You can get them different color. Oh, I put a bead on. Down to my hook there. Okay. And then from there, I go with Perfect Cast sticker. That's not what I go with. I was just showing that off. I go with some Rattles. I have a bunch of Rattles here. These are Versa 1s and 2s. I don't know which one is Versa 1 and 2. I think Whisker Seeker had these. Then they stopped making them. Then they came back out with them. So I think these are the Versa 2s. I could be wrong. Anyways, this is all Whisker Seeker. Well, not all. Just these Rattles up in here. But these are the Versa Rattles. I love these. You know, come in all different colors. Some people, you know, I know there's big arguments. They probably don't work. I don't know. To me, I like to buy into this stuff, and it just seems like every time I have different baits out, or I have different lines out with one with a rattle, one without, the ones with the Rattles are getting more action in my eyes. So yeah, I'm going to go with the Shad Silver here. And what we'll do then is drop that down on top of that bead. And then you don't have to, you can do whatever you want when you're setting your setup up. But I like to throw another bead there. And that's what we're looking at right there. And that rattle, man, they give off some good noise. So think of it, you got a live bait out there swimming around, making noise. Plus that, yeah, a lot of vibrations going on. Okay, so anyways, that's that. And then from there, you're just tying that onto your swivel. Back to the regular knot. I try not to go more than 4 with this big line. 2, 3, 4. Come through. And then feed that back through. Again, I got to lube this up. And there's that. I probably won't even clip that. I think that's good enough. But there's my setup. That is my Carolina rig right there. So we have sinker slide with your weight, whatever size you prefer. I like to run 3 ounces. Rubber bumper stop, knot, your main line into the swivel. From there, you got your leader line going down. We got a bead, a Versa rattle, another bead, and then a Snail Knot with the 10-aught circle hook, triple threat circle hook. Yeah, and that is a Carolina rig for you. All right, so one last look here at the setup. The rig I just tied on was the Carolina rig. And I know there's plenty of different ways you can tie a catfishing rig on. I just wanted to get across, you know, the rig that I use 95% of the time and what works for me, for those who wanted to see. So that is it for my setup. One last thing is, these are takedown rod holders. You know, I'm bank fishing 95% of the time. These are what I like to use. Can pound them down in the ground anywhere. Very sturdy. Hold my rods really well. I love these. But yeah, that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope this video helps somebody out down the line. You know, if you're just getting into fishing, even if you're not, I hope it helps you out. Anyways, thanks for taking the time to watch. I appreciate it. Till next time. Aye.